And I'm your host, Laura McCluckey. Welcome. It's time for Brain Teasers, the 일반 상식 퀴즈 시간입니다. So this is the segment for you to learn all about everything. Architecture, history, geography, science, ding ding ding. Now let's get into the topic for today. Today's quiz is general knowledge about credit card economy. What? 네, 오늘 신용카드 경제 퀴즈 준비했습니다. So, I don't really know much about this, but I've learned a lot more about credit cards since I moved to Korea, even though it's in Korean, and I still don't know a lot of the vocabulary. But I've learned a lot about interest rates, about, payment plans, that kind of stuff. I've got a lot more to learn from my financial education. However, first question. Are you ready? Question number 1. Which card has higher income tax deduction rate among the following? 네, 소득 공제율이 높은 카드는 무엇인가요? Number 1, credit card, 신용카드. Or number 2, debit card, 체크카드. 어떻게 생각하십니까? Yes, I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is, of course, number 2, a check card, or we call it a debit card. Debit cards and cash receipts have a 30% income tax deduction rate. The income tax deduction rate for a credit card is just 15%, so it's 50% of that 30%. Now, the average of debit cards is that the income tax deduction rate is bigger than credit cards. However, the more you use a credit card, the more you have separate rewards from the company. So, look at your consumption pattern. How often do you use your card? Do you buy a lot of things? Do you do a lot of, monthly payments? You need to choose your credit card very wisely based on your spending patterns. So there's lots of different kinds of cards out there. Financial education, is that what it is? Financial intelligence, really important, really, really important. They should teach that in schools. Okay, shall we move on? Question number 2. What is the name of the service that you have to apply for in advance to pay in local currency when using a card overseas? Do I know this answer? 해외에서 카드 사용 시 현지 통화로 결제하기 위해 미리 신청해야 하는 서비스는 무슨 서비스인가요? Is it number 1, DCC, Dynamic Currency Conversion, or number 2, DDR, Dance Dance Revolution? 이것은 무슨 작가님? 진짜 개구쟁이네요. So what is the right answer? Is it number 1, Dynamic Currency Conversion, or is it number 2, Dance Dance Revolution? The answer is, of course, number 1, DCC, Dynamic Currency Conversion. It's a service whereby the amount of a credit card transaction is converted by a merchant or an ATM to the currency of the payment card's country of issue at the point of sale. Sounds complicated, it's really not. So the cardholder can choose whether their transaction should be completed in the local currency. For example, if we go to America, we could choose dollars, or their billing currency. So then we would choose Korean won. So if you want DCC service, you pay in the local currency of the country and save the exchange rate fee, but you have to 신청 in advance.